Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talking about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, so if you watch my first video on Ash and Genty, the first round pick, it's more of the same from Jack Bech, our second round pick. But before we talk about that, there was a little bit of funkiness that happened before the draft. And that second day in the second round, we actually traded back twice. Honestly, I think it may have worked out for the best for us because I think after watching the tape a little bit closer, I really think that we probably got one of the steals of the draft in Jack Bech. This guy, if you listen to the interview that he gave after the draft day, I talked about how he feels that he has the game similar to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. I say he's a little bit closer to Puka Nacua. Same body style, same play style. They used him very similar at TCU, the way that the Rams used Puka Nacua. He definitely can be that type of player in this type of offense. And since we have Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator, he can mold some of the concepts of how Sean McVay gets Puka Nacua the ball with the Rams and mold that into what he does with us at the Raiders. We're going to get into that. We're going to look at a couple of plays to show you what I mean of what we're getting with Jack Bech. But before we do, I want to make sure everyone please to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's an excellent way to support. It's absolutely free, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support this channel besides doing absolutely nothing and just watching the video. All right, guys, this is a really fun one for me. So let's get right to it. All right, the first thing I want to talk about here is his route running and his burst after he catches the ball. This is something that's going to be a little bit more, I would say, subtle, okay? The way this route was run was the exact way you need to run this specific route for how the defense was playing it. It was against the zone. So normally against the zone, the plays aren't designed up perfectly. The routes aren't designed up perfectly. You have to go to a space. And the way that he was aware of his spacing with the defenders to run that route properly, and also the burst after the catch, you guys are going to really like this play. It's a good one, and it really shows a lot of what we're getting with this guy. Look, right in there in the slot. Runs right behind the linebacker, dips right quick. Nice. Gone. Look at that burst. Boom. No one's catching him. All right, let's look at that again. Let's rewind it a little bit. This is what I want to take a look at here. Right here, you're going to see he's going up on the linebacker. The linebacker has an area. So Bech is going to go right behind him. And look at how he cuts that in. He cuts that in right behind the linebacker because the linebacker is also having to account for the receiver crossing the field. Now, he cuts it nice and sharp to give a poor angle for the safety to come up. Because of that poor angle, he cut it nice and sharp. Boom, catch, and he's able to make some yards after catch for the touchdown. Now that we know what we're looking at, let's take a look at the whole thing again. There he goes, behind the linebacker, cuts it nice. There you go. If he would have floated a little bit further, he would have still caught the ball, but he would have gotten tackled right away. He cut that in. He cut that route in to the open area, and he was able to give himself a chance to run after the catch for a touchdown. All right, this play not only shows Jack Bech's toughness, but also great hands. This is going to be a tough play, but you're going to see how tough this guy is in this play here. It really opened my eyes to how similar to Puka Nacua he is. Take a look at this. Oh, God. We've seen Puka Nacua catch these types of passes and just get leveled and pop right back up. This was a hospital ball for sure. Right there, he sets down right at the 40, and it's a nice pass. It's right on him, but man, great hands, and oof, he gets annihilated. Toughness pops right back up, no problem. All right, one of the things that's pretty underrated when it comes to receivers is their football IQ, their awareness, right? We saw a little bit in the first clip about how Bech was aware of the way the defense was playing, and he had to cut his route right off the back of the linebacker to give himself a chance for a run after catch. Look at this awareness on the scramble drill. He really did a great job setting up the corner to give himself a chance to be a good target for his quarterback that was running for his life, basically. So he's right there at the bottom. All right, scramble drill, scramble drill. All right, let me set him up. All right, so let's take a look at this again. He knows that he needs to get himself open and get in front of this, get the corner on his heels and get in front and make himself a nice big target for the quarterback who's running for his life here. Let's take a look right here. So he sees that he's scrambling. He's like, dude, the guy, the cornerback is coming down on me. I have to figure out a way to get him moving the opposite direction so I can come back to the ball while I have some space. He turns around. He fakes going deep, cuts it back, gets the defender on his heels, comes back to the ball, makes himself a big target. It's just excellent work, man. This is another nuance that a lot of receivers aren't going to know to do when they're a rookie. This is a veteran level play by Bech. All right, one of the cool things that Bech talked about during his little interview after the draft was the dog mentality, being a dog. This shows you right here what a dog is. If you wanted to know exactly what a dog mentality is, look at this route. Right, he's at the bottom, gets the catch, boom. Nope, not going to get me down. Look at all these guys around him. He still didn't go down. He didn't go down, man. That's a dog right there. You're not going to get him down with it. Just a lot of these receivers, and it really irks me. Receivers catch the ball and then they just go down to the ground. Like, no, man, try to make some play. Try to make a play happen, but that's not going to happen with Bech, man. He showed you right here what a dog mentality actually is. Okay, he also runs some slick routes. This is another thing about Puka Nacua and how similar they are. Puka runs routes very similar to this, where they're not overly he doesn't do a lot of what the Devontae does, where he does a lot of quick movements. It's more leverage and attacking. You're going to watch and notice you see the arrow pointing at Bech at the bottom of the screen there. He's going to attack the outside shoulder of the corner. As soon as the corner turns to leverage, he's going to cross his face and be wide open. This is very difficult to do on seasoned corners and extremely intricate how he does this, and he's able to do it so quickly and so easily. Take a look. Remember, he's going to attack his outside shoulder first, which is the shoulder to the bottom of the screen, cross his face, and he's going to be wide open. Watch this. It's a great move. Attacks the shoulder, gets him turned, boom, done, wide open. Oof. We're going to see that again and again in the NFL. He knows how to do this. He's going to have to get a little bit crisper with it at the break. But, man, this is exactly what you want to do with this route. He fakes inside first to go outside, attacks that shoulder. Once he turns his hips, boom, right there. Once this happened, you see how the defender is facing towards the sideline and not towards the middle of the field where Bech wants to go. Once he's turned his hips that way, he's bailed. He's already in that. He's already trying to take away the middle and get up on him to defend the outside throw. Once Bech sees that, he's like, okay, that's my time. I need to cross him over the middle. Bang. Great work. One of the things that we're really going to like about Jack Bech is the fact that he just is fearless going over the middle. He's fearless. He's going to go there and get the tough catch. He has great hands, so he's not going to drop passes. If his hands get on the ball, he's going to catch it. Look at this touchdown. Look at just where it's thrown and the hit he takes. He knows he's going to get a hit. He knows where, by the way the defense is playing and where the ball is supposed to be thrown. He knows he's going to get hit. Doesn't dissuade him. He goes in there fearless, catches the ball, and he's a touchdown. Watch this. This is one of the great things about his attitude while playing receiver. This is why they say that he has a linebacker attitude. Okay, I know I'm going to get hit. Bang. Oof. Still got a touchdown. You know for a fact he knew that he was going to get hit because he's running right at the linebacker. Fakes, goes over the middle. We got a little bit of a natural pick here. He knows the linebacker that's in the middle of the field is going to crack him. But he's like, you know what? Whatever. I have a small window. I need to get there. I need to catch it, go into the end zone. And that's exactly what he did. Boom. Great work. All right, guys. This is a little bit of the tape that I saw on Jack Bech. It's great when you only have to watch one game to get all these great things from a player. This is an extremely underrated, dare I say, the most underrated player in this draft. Yeah, he was talked about and he won, the Senior Bowl and all this stuff, the Senior Bowl MVP and all this stuff. But ultimately, he wasn't really talked about before that tragedy happened. He was talked about, he's going to be a mid-round guy or whatever. But once he showed out, he took his opportunity and he ran with it. So great job for Jack Bech. I'm super excited to have him. I know that Chip Kelly is going to do a lot of good things. And I think that the fact that Puka Nacua is a very similar player and that Sean McVay did a lot of very creative things to get Puka Nacua the ball in space, I think Chip Kelly is smart enough to kind of mimic a little bit of that and mold that into his system to be able to help Jack Bech have an excellent rookie season. All right, guys, that's my time for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and please like, comment, and subscribe. It's an excellent way to support this channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support this channel besides doing absolutely nothing and just watching the video, but I always do appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm trying to build a community here of Raider Nation, so please subscribe. We're in here, we're talking, we're laughing, we're arguing, but ultimately, we're here together and we're here for each other because once we leave here, it's everybody against us because it's Raiders versus the world, and that's just the way we like it. All right, guys, until next time, everybody, peace! Hey, Raider Nation, thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button, drop a comment, make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.